Hey guys, welcome back to the next part, or I should say the final part of the Hatsune Miku. Also, I did upload a Pawu video, so if you're watching this a couple hours after it's been uploaded, make sure to check out the Pawu video that was uploaded right after this. So let's go ahead and finish Miku. Finally, we're going to go ahead and start working on her eyes. So we're going to start with the blue. We'll do this one by one. Let's start off with the cyan concrete. So with cyan concrete, we're going to move to these two black concretes, starting from the top block on the right side of it. So starting from there, we're going to be placing one cyan concrete. So that's one. Then you're going to be placing 5 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and get rid of that placement block. Alright. So once we've done that, what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be switching over to the blue concrete. It's over here to the left, starting from the right side of this block. So from here, we're going to be adding 2 blue concretes to the right. So that's 1, 2. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and switch over to the blue wool. And with the wool starting on the right side of the concrete, so from here, we're going to be placing 3 blue wools going to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3. And once you've done that, what you're going to be doing next from here is underneath the middle block of these 3. So right there, we're just going to be placing 1 blue wool. So that's 1. Now let's move up here, starting on the right side of these cyan concretes. So starting from right there, what we're going to be doing with the blue wool is just placing 4 of these blocks going diagonal down to the right. So starting from there, 4 blocks going diagonal down to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go to those placement blocks. I'll fly back a bit so you can see that it should look like that. Then switch back over to the blue concrete. Let's move over here to the right, fill in this small spot here with the blue concrete. So that's blue. And now on top of this blue wool, we're going to be placing 1 blue concrete. So that's 1. So it should look like this. Okay, once we've done that, let's go ahead and switch over to the obsidian block. And with the obsidian block, we're going to move up here, going back to this 1 blue wool. Underneath it, we're going to be adding 1 obsidian block. So that's 1. And now from this 1 obsidian, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going down on the left. So that's 1, 2, 3. Next, you're going to be switching back over to the blue wool. Add 1 blue wool underneath these 3 obsidians. So that's, or not blue wool, sorry. Add 1 blue concrete. That is, that's 1 blue concrete. So it should look like that underneath the obsidian, blue concrete. Then we're going to quickly switch over to the yellow wool and just add 1 yellow wool underneath the blue concrete. So that's 1. So it looks like that. And then while we have our yellow, let's put this away for now. And let's switch over to the purple wool. And with the purple, we're going to move over here to the right. And let's move to this blue wool here. On the left side of it, we're going to be adding 1 purple. So that's 1 purple wool. I'll fly back a bit so you can see that it should look exactly like this. So now we're going to be switching back over to the obsidian. Let's go back over here. Underneath this blue wool now, we're going to be placing 1 obsidian. So that's 1. And actually, now that we have this 1 obsidian here, we're actually going to move up here now. And we're going to move to this blue wool. Underneath this blue wool, we're going to be placing 1 obsidian. So that's 1. So again, I'll fly back a bit so you can see that it should look like that. Next, you're going to be switching over to the blue wool. Let's head up here to this obsidian block. Underneath it, we're going to be placing 1 blue wool. So that's 1. Once you've done that, you're going to switch over to the cyan concrete. Underneath the blue wool here, we're going to be adding 2 cyan concretes going to the right. So that's 1, 2. Then you're going to be placing 1 cyan concrete going down to the right. That's 1. And once you've done that, you're going to switch over to the cyan wool. With the cyan wool, we're going to move back to these 2 cyan concretes. Underneath the left block, we're going to be placing 1 cyan wool. So that's 1. So it looks like that. Once you've done that, you're going to switch back over to the blue concrete. We're going to move over here to the right, underneath this obsidian block. So from here, we're going to be adding 2 blue concretes going down. So that's 1 and 2. Then you're going to switch back over to the blue wool, add 1 blue wool underneath these 2. So that's 1 blue wool. And now from this 1 block, we're going to be placing 2 blue wools going across on the lower level to the left. So that's 1, 2. And now from this block, or from here, we're going to be placing just one block going up to the left. That's one. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and switch over to the light blue concrete. And with the light blue concrete, on top of this blue wall here, we're just going to be placing one block. So that's one. And now from this one block, we're going to be placing two blocks going across on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2. And then you're going to be placing one block on top of the right block of these two. So that's 1. Next, you're going to be switching over to the light blue wool. And we're going to be filling in this small empty space here with the light blue wool. So just fill this in with light blue wool. I'll fly back a bit so you can see that everything should look exactly like this. Go ahead and pause the video now if you need to, just to compare. So now what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be switching over to the cyan terracotta. Or, not cyan terracotta, the cyan concrete. What am I thinking? Switching over to the cyan concrete. Underneath this blue wool, we're going to be placing one cyan concrete. So that's 1. And then from this one block, we're going to be placing another cyan concrete going down to the left. That's 1. And then you're going to be switching over to the blue wool. And with the blue wool, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal down to the left. So that's 1 and 2. Once you've done that, switch over to the blue concrete. And on top of this blue wool, we're going to be placing one blue concrete. So that's 1. And once we've done that, what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be switching over to the snow block. So let's switch over to the snow block for just a second. And with the snow block, we're going to be filling in this empty space that's right here with the snow. So just fill this in with snow. So it should look like this. Now, once you've done that, you're going to be switching back over to the cyan wool. Now, with the cyan wool, going to this yellow wool, starting from the left side of it, with the cyan wool, there we go. We're going to be placing 3 blocks going diagonal down to the left. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And then once we've done that, we're going to be switching over to the diamond block. And with the diamond block, we're going to start underneath the yellow wool here. So starting from there, we're going to be adding 2 blocks going to the left. So that's 1, 2. Then you're going to be placing 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. Then switch over to the cyan wool. And with the cyan wool, starting underneath the diamond here, we're going to be adding 2 blocks going down. So that's 1, 2. Then place 1 block going down to the right. That's 1. And then you're going to be placing 4 blocks going across on the lower level to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then place 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1 and 2. That's 2 blocks. Okay, so now we've done that. So what we're going to be doing next is we're going to switch over to the diamond block. On top of the right block of these 2 cyan wool, so right here on the right, we're going to be adding 3 diamond blocks going up. So that's 1, 2, 3. Next, you're going to be switching over to the blue wool, or I should say the light blue wool, and place 1 light blue wool on top of the diamond block, so that's 1 light blue wool. And switch over to the cyan wool, and add 1 cyan wool on top of the light blue wool, so that's 1. Then you're going to be switching back over to the diamond block. We're going to move to this blue wool underneath it. We're going to be adding 1 diamond block, so that's 1. And now from this 1 block, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. So that's 1, 2. And then you're going to be placing 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. Now once we've done that, we're going to head back down here to the right, going back to these 2 cyan wools. On top of this cyan wool, we're going to be placing 1 diamond block, so that's 1. And now from this 1 diamond block, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to be placing 2 blocks going up on the left. That's 1 and 2. Once we've done that, we're going to move back over here to these 2 diamond blocks that we have here going across that are underneath the 2 blue wools. Starting from the left block of these 2, so starting from there, there, right there. We're going to be placing one block going down to the left, so that's 1. And once we've done that, we're going to switch over to our cyan wall, and we're going to move up here to the left a bit. And this empty space that's right here, we're going to be filling this in with the cyan wall. So just fill this in with cyan wall. So it looks like that. And once you've done that, you're going to be switching over to the snow block. And with the snow block, we're going to be filling in these 3 small empty spaces here with the snow block. So fill this in with snow. I'll fly back a bit so you can see that it should look exactly like this. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing next is I'm going to go ahead and put away most of these blocks. I'm going to get organized a bit. Organizing these blocks. Just give me a quick second. There we go. Because now we're going to be switching over to the black concrete. All we're going to need is the black concrete for now. And with the black concrete, we're going to be filling in this large empty space that's right here, just above her eye. This is just one single empty space. Staying within the outline, go ahead and fill this in with the black concrete. And again, I will remind you guys that I did upload a POW video. So if you're watching this, I highly recommend going to the channel and watching the POW video. If there's anything that you need to be watching, I guess, from my channel, it would be the POW videos. That's basically where I take the pixel art requests. So if you're really looking forward to me making a pixel art, it's definitely in the comment section of that video that you want to leave your request for. Okay, so now that we've filled that in with the black concrete, we're going to move over here, and all that's really left is her eye. Just her eye and just a bit of her forehead there. So where to start? We're going to go ahead and start, let's say, up here. Kind of where we have these 7 black walls that are sticking out from those 3. So might as well start right here. And we're going to start off with the sand block. So starting off with the sand. We're going to start not at the very right of these 7 black walls, but just moving 1 block over to the left from it. So starting right there, close to the edge, just 1 block away from it. So from here, we're just going to be adding 2 sand blocks going up. So that's 1, 2. Over here to the left, on top of this black wall, we're going to be adding here 4 sand blocks going up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now on top of this black wall, we're going to be adding 3 sand blocks going up. That's 1, 2, 3. And once we've done that, we're going to be switching over to the birch plank. So let's switch over to the birch plank now. So now with the birch planks, what we're going to be doing is starting on the right side of these 7 black walls. So starting from right there. What we're going to be doing here is just placing 1 birch plank. So that's 1. And once you've done that, starting underneath this black wall up here, so starting from right there, we're going to be adding 2 sets of 2s going down on the right. So that's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing a linked 2 blocks going down on the right with birch planks, so that's 1 and 2. That's a linked. And then you're going to be placing 2 blocks going down on the right, so that's 1 and 2. And then you're going to be placing 1 block going down to the right, that's 1. And then once you've done that, you're going to be switching over to the placement block. I just lost the word for it. Underneath the birch plank, we're going to be adding 2 placement blocks going down. That's 1 and 2. Then switch over to the birch plank, starting underneath the placement. So from there, we're going to be adding 2 birch planks going to the right. So that's 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and get rid of these 2 placement blocks, and then replace them with sand blocks. So that's 1 and 2. Just put the sand where the placement blocks were. Once you've done that, switch over to the birch plank, and we're going to be filling in this empty space that's right here with the birch planks. Just fill this in with birch. And once we've done that, we're just going to head back up here real quick. And these 2 empty spaces right here, between the black wool and the sand, these 2 empty spaces are going to get filled in with the birch planks. So let's just go ahead and fill this in now. One less thing to come back to and fill in. Let's fill this in with birch. There we go. Now I'm going to head back down, let's go back down over here. Let's go back to this backwards L shape made out of the black wool. We're going to start underneath the right block of these 2 black wools. So starting from there, we're going to be adding from here 10 birch planks going to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, that's 10. And once we've done that, what we're going to be doing next from here is just placing 2 sets of 2s going across on the lower level to the left. So that's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. Next, we're going to go ahead and switch over to the black concrete. Now with the black concrete, starting underneath this 1 birch plank. So from there, we're going to be adding 2 blocks going to the left. So that's 1, 2. Then place 3 blocks going diagonal down to the left. That's 1, 2, and 3. Let's get rid of those placements. Once you've done that, starting from this block, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going down on the right. So that's 1 and 2. And now we're going to switch over to the placement block and put a placement block underneath these 2 black concretes. So put 1 placement block there. So it looks like this. Okay. Switch over to the black concrete, and we're going to be adding 1 black concrete on both the left side and the right side of this placement. So put 1 on the left and also 1 on the right. So it should look like that. Let's go ahead and get rid of the placement block now. And from here, let's switch over to the sand block, and we're going to be placing 1 sand block on top of these 2 black concretes. So that's 1 sand block. Switch over to the birch plank, and from the sand block, we're going to be placing 2 birch planks going diagonal up to the right. So 2 diagonal up to the right, that's 1 and 2. And now that we've done that, we're going to head back up here to the right. We're going to go back to where we kind of started. So I want you to go to these first 2 birch planks, the first 2 that come after these 10 birch planks that we placed. So we're going to start from here, these 2. And to do this next part, we're going to actually be switching over to, let's say, the black wool. So with the black wool, starting from these 2, starting from the left block of it, so from here, we're going to be placing 3 black wools going across on the upper level to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3. So it should look like this. Next, you're going to be placing 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2. And now we're going to be placing 3 blocks going diagonal down to the left. That's 1, 2, and 3. Let's go ahead and get rid of those placements. Once we've done that, let's switch over to the birch planks now. Now with the birch plank, we're going to start from here. So starting from this black wool here, we're going to be placing 2 birch planks going diagonal down to the left from it. So that's 1 and 2. Next, you're going to be placing 2 blocks going down on the left. That's 1, 2. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. And now from this 1 block, we're going to be placing 3 sets of 2s going down on the left. So that's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Get rid of those placement blocks. I'll fly back a bit so you can see that it should look exactly like this. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing next is heading back over here to the left. We're going to be filling in 4 small empty spaces, and those 4 small empty spaces are in between the birch planks and the black wool right here. So these 4 small spaces right here, we're going to be filling those in with the birch planks, so let's go ahead and fill those in. So they look like this when you're done filling it in. Okay, pause the video if you have to. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to head back up here. We're going to go back to this black wool where we started from. On top of it, so starting from there, we're going to be placing 3 birch planks going diagonal down up to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then place 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And then you're going to be placing 4 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you've done that, you're going to be switching over to the sand block for just a sec. And with the sand block, we're going to go back down here. We're going to start on top of this birch plank where we started on top of this black wool here. So starting on top of this birch plank right here, we're going to be placing one sand block. So that's one. And then you're going to be placing it 2 blocks going up on the right. That's 1, 2. And now we're going to start on top of this one birch plank. So starting from right here, we're going to be adding 3 sand blocks going up. So that's 1, 2, 3. Next, we're going to switch back over to the birch plank. And with the birch planks starting on top of this sand block right here, we're going to be adding 4 sets of 2s going up on the right. So that's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 4. It should be making contact with the other 7 black wools up here. So let's go ahead and get rid of those placement blocks now. And once we've done that, what we're going to be doing next is we're just going to quickly switch over to the sand block. And with the sand block, I want you to fill in just this empty space right here, staying within the outline of the black wool, the birch planks, and a little bit of the sand right there. Just fill in this empty space that's right here, staying within the outline with the sand. I'll do this in real time with you. There's no time lapse here. Just make sure you don't accidentally go over the outline. Just fill in this empty space right here with the sand. And we're getting closer and closer to being finished with Miku. In fact, after we're done filling this part in and the rest of her forehead right here, all that's left is her eye. So I'll fly back a bit so you can see that it should look exactly like this. Now you're going to switch over to the birch plank, and with the birch plank, we're going to be filling in the remaining empty space that's right here, part of her forehead, staying within the outline. Fill this in. And then we'll be good to go. Here we go. Just fill that right up. I'll fly back a bit again, so you can see that it should look exactly like this. Go ahead and pause the video now if you need to, just to compare. Because now, what we're going to be doing is Miku's eye. That's the only thing that's left. The only thing that's left. So let's get a little organized here. First thing, we're gonna take this block by block. I'm not gonna have you put everything in your inventory right now. First thing, we'll start off with the light gray wool. So start off with just light gray wool. Let me put away this block too. Alright, we're gonna start off with light gray wool. And we're gonna go back down here. We're gonna go to this one black concrete. Underneath it, we're gonna be adding 2 light gray wools going to the right. So that's 1 and 2. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing 1 block going up to the right from it. That's 1. And then once we've done that, we're just going to quickly switch over to the white wool. And then we're going to be adding 1 white wool underneath this light gray wool. So that's 1. Next, we're going to be switching over to the light gray concrete. Now with the light gray concrete, we're going to move up here to this light gray wool. On top of this light gray wool, we're going to be adding 1 light gray concrete. So that's 1. And also on the left side of the light gray wool, we're going to be adding 1 light gray concrete. So that's 1. Okay, once you've done that, you're going to be switching over to the black concrete for just a sec. And with the black concrete on the right side of this light gray concrete, we're just going to be placing 1 black concrete, so that's 1. And then you're going to be placing 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. Next, we're going to head back, let's head back down here. We're going to switch over to the white wool. And starting underneath these 2 light gray wools, we're going to start underneath the left block, so starting from there. We're going to be adding 4 white wools going down, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to be placing 2 blocks going down on the right. That's 1, 2. And now you're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right. That's 1 and 2. Once you've done that, you're going to switch over to the placement block and put 1 placement block underneath this white wool. So that's 1. Now don't get rid of this placement block until I tell you to. So we're going to be switching over to the black wool now. Now with the black wool, we're going to be adding one black wool on the left side of the placement block, so that's one. And also a black wool underneath the placement block, so that's one. Now once you've done that, you're going to switch over to the black wool, black wool. Sorry, that's my bad. I thought I had the black wool equipped. Okay, so this is black wool, this is black wool. Now you're going to be switching over to the black concrete and adding one black concrete on the right side of the placement, so that's one. Okay, just to recap, black wool, concrete. It's my bad. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to the sand block. And we're going to get rid of this placement block right here. Just get rid of that, and then replace it with the sand. There we go. So it should look like that. Next, we're going to switch back over to the black wool that I mistaked with the black concrete. Starting on the right side of this black concrete, with the black wool, we're going to be adding 10 blocks going to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And then you're going to switch over to the white wool, and with the white wool, we're going to be placing 1 block going up to the right. So that's 1. So fly back a bit so you can see that it should look exactly like this. Okay. Go ahead and pause the video now if you need to, just to compare. So now what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be switching over to the black concrete. And with the black concrete, we're going to start next to this one white wool. So going back to this white wool on the left side of it, right here, we're going to be adding 2 black concretes going to the left. So that's 1, 2. Next, starting on top of this white wall, so starting from there, we're going to be adding 2 black concretes going to the left. That's 1 and 2. Now, starting on top of the right block of these 2, so starting from here, we're just going to be adding 1 black concrete, so that's 1. And now from this 1 block, we're going to be placing 9 blocks going up on the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's head back down, get rid of that placement block. We're going to head back up here. And from here, we're going to be placing 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. Now from this 1 block, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. That's 1 and 2. And once we've done that, we're going to switch over to the gray wool. And with the gray wool, going back to this 1 black concrete on the right side of it, we're going to be adding 1 gray wool. So that's 1. Once you've done that, you're going to be switching over to the cyan terracotta. And from this 1 block, we're going to be placing 1 cyan terracotta going down to the right. That's 1. Next, you're going to be switching over to the light gray concrete and adding 1 light gray concrete underneath the terracotta. So that's 1. Then switch over to the light gray wool, add 1 light gray wool underneath the the light concrete. So that's 1 light gray wool. And then switch over to the white wall, and this empty space, this skinny empty space right here, gets filled in with the white wall. So let's fill this in. And it should look exactly like this. Alright, so once we've done that, let's switch back over to the black concrete. We're going to head back down here. Let's go back to these 2 black walls, and we're going to start on the left side of it. So starting from there, we're going to be adding 10 black concretes going to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, starting on top of the left block of these 10, so starting from here, we're going to be adding 1 black concrete, so that's 1. And from this 1 block, we're going to be placing 2 sets of 3s going up on the left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. That's 2 sets of 3s. So let's go ahead and get rid of the placement blocks. There we go. And then we're going to switch back over to the white wall, and this empty space right here between the black concrete and the white wall, we're going to be filling this empty space here with the white wall. So let's fill that in. Now fly back a bit so you can see that it should look like this. Okay, so now that we've gotten that done, let me go ahead and reorganize myself. I'm going to be putting these blocks back away in their order, and we'll take this block by block, 1 block at a time. So we're going to start off first with the blue wool, And with the blue wool, let's head back to this black concrete that's up here on the right side of it. Actually, sorry about that. We're going to be starting with the blue concrete. I always get the blue concrete and the blue wool and the black concrete and the black wool mixed up. It looks very similar in tone, color. Alright, starting off with the blue concrete on the right side of the black concrete. So from here, we're just going to be adding one blue concrete. So that's one. And then from this one block, we're going to be placing one blue concrete going up to the right. That's one. Next, you're going to switch over to the cyan concrete. And with the cyan concrete, we're going to start on top of the first blue wall. So starting from right here, we're going to be placing one cyan concrete. So that's one. And from this one block, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and place 4 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to switch over to the blue wool, and on the right side of these 4 cyan concretes, we're going to be adding just 2 blue wools going to the right. So that's 1 and 2. And while we still have the blue wool in our hand, what we're going to do next is actually, hold on. Before we do that, let's switch back over to the blue concrete. Let's go to this one black concrete. On the left side of it, we're going to be adding 1 blue concrete. So that's 1. And also underneath it, underneath this black concrete, we're going to be adding 1 blue concrete. So that's 1. So it should look like that. Now let's switch back over to the blue wool. We're going to head back over here to the left. And we're going to start on the right side of this first blue concrete. So starting from right there, we're going to be placing 3 blue concretes, or sorry, 3 blue wools going to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to be switching back over to the blue concrete, starting on the right side of these 3 blues. So starting from there, with the blue concrete, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal up to the right. So that's 1 and 2. So it should look like, so it should look like that. And now from here, we're going to switch over to the obsidian block. So let's switch over to the obsidian. And with the obsidian, we're going to start, let's just say, on the right side of this blue concrete up here. So starting from there, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to be placing 1 block going down to the right. That's 1. And then we're going to be placing 2 blocks going down on the right. That's 1, 2. Now, before we go any further, we're going to quickly switch over to the purple wool. And with the purple wool, we're going to be placing 1 purple wool on top of these 2 obsidian blocks. So that's 1 purple wool. Just put 1 purple there. In fact, actually, is it... Oh, hold on a second. Flying over. Okay, that makes so much more sense. That's my bad, guys. We're actually going to be fixing something real quick. Switch over to the magenta wool. I was wondering why that looks so dark. Switching over to the magenta wool. Replace this purple wool with magenta. So it looks like that. 1 magenta wool on top of these 2. And then we're going to fly all the way back over here to the left. And that 1 purple wool, we're going to be replacing that with the magenta wool instead. Magenta wool. Okay, so there we go. It's a lighter shade of purple. It doesn't... It's not purple. It's not purple. It's actually magenta. If that makes more sense. I just placed that. I was thinking to myself, that looks way darker than it should be. Anyways, let's switch back over to the blue wool now. And on top of this obsidian block, we're just going to be placing 1 blue wool. So that's 1. So it looks like that. Okay. And while we still have the blue wool, or I should say blue concrete, let's switch over to the blue concrete. Underneath these 2 obsidian blocks, so from here, we're going to go ahead and add 2 blue concretes going down. So that's 1, 2. Next, you're going to go ahead and switch over to the blue wool now. And with the blue wool, we're going to be placing 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. And now from this 1 block, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to be placing 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. So once you've done that, let's switch back over to the blue concrete. Underneath this one blue wool, we're going to be adding one blue concrete, so that's one. And on the left side of this blue wool, we're going to be adding one blue concrete, so that's one. Next, we're going to quickly switch over to the yellow wool, and we're going to be adding one yellow wool on top of this blue concrete, so that's one. Let's go ahead and put away the yellow wool now. And then we're going to switch back over to the blue concrete and add one blue concrete on top of this yellow wool. So that's one blue concrete. Then switch over to the obsidian block on top of the two, or I should say on top of this concrete, blue concrete. We're going to be adding two obsidian blocks going up. So that's 1 and 2. Then you're going to go ahead and place one block going up to the right. That's 1. And once we've done that, let's switch back over to the blue wool. Underneath this obsidian block, we're going to be adding one blue wool, so that's 1. And then from this block, we're going to be placing 3 blue wools going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Once you've done that, place one block going down to the right. That's 1. Then you're going to go ahead and switch over to the cyan concrete and add one cyan concrete underneath the blue wool, so that's 1. And then from this one block, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. And then place one block going down to the left. That's 1. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and switch over to the light blue concrete. Now with the light blue concrete underneath this obsidian, or not obsidian, underneath the cyan concrete with the light blue concrete, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going down. That's 1, 2. Then place 3 blocks going across on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. So now we're going to go ahead and place 2 blocks going up on the right. That's 1 and 2. Then you're going to go ahead and switch over to the cyan wool. And with the cyan wool, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3. So it looks like this. And now we're going to switch over to the light blue wool. And with the light blue wool, we're going to be filling in this empty space here with the light blue wool. Fill this in. So it should look like that. So once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and switch over to the... We're going to switch over to the, let's see, the cyan concrete. And with the cyan concrete, we're going to head back to this one purple, or not purple, but magenta. This one magenta wool. So from there, we're going to be placing 2 cyan concretes going diagonal down to the right. So that's 1 and 2. Now once you've done that, switch over to the blue wool, and we're going to be filling in this small, skinny, empty space right here with the blue wool. So let's fill this in with blue wool. So it looks like that. Next, you're going to go ahead and switch over to the cyan wool. And underneath both of these cyan concretes, we're going to be placing 1 cyan wool underneath them. So that's 1 and 1. So it looks like that. Next, you're going to go ahead and switch over to... We're going to be switching over to the... Let us see. We'll switch over to the light blue concrete. And underneath these 2 cyan wools, we're going to be placing 2 light blue concretes. It's 1 and 1. So it looks like this. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing from here... Actually, we're going to be switching those blocks out. I'll switch it to the... There we go. Light blue wools instead. Light blue wool. There we go. That looks much better. So switch it to the light blue wools, so it should look like that. Okay, now what we're going to be doing next is switching over to the diamond block. And starting underneath this light blue wool with the diamond block, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going down. So that's 1, 2, 3. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and place 2 blocks going diagonal down to the left. That's 1 and 2. And now from this one block, we're going to be placing 1 block going up to the left. So that's 1. And let's head back up here to these 3 that we placed. Starting from the middle block on the left side, we're going to be adding 1 diamond block. So that's 1. So it looks like this. Now let's head back down here. And, oh, this reminds me, I still have to do a little something down here with the black wool. Okay, so starting, basically not even starting. Starting on the left side of these 2 black concrete, so starting from there, on the left side, we're going to be adding 8 diamond blocks going to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And once we have those 8, let's just quickly switch over to the black wool. I want to do this before I forget. Switch over to the black wool. Oh, that's black concrete. So switching over to the black wool, we're going to head back down here to these 10 black wools. We're going to switch over to a placement block. Put a placement block underneath the right block of these 10 black wools, so that's 1 placement. Switch over to the black wool, add 1 black wool to the left side of the placement block, so that's 1. So let's go ahead and get rid of that placement block now. Now switch back over to the placement block, starting on the left side of this 1 black wool that you just placed, starting from there. We're going to be adding 5 placements going to the left, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch over to the black wool, add 1 black wool on the left side of these 5 placements, so that's 1. Let's go ahead and get rid of those placements now. And we can go ahead and put away the black wool as well. So now we're going to be switching over to the light blue concrete. No, not light blue concrete. Light blue wool. But we are going to be needing all of these blues over here to the left. Okay, so switching over to the light blue wool. On the left side of these 8 diamond blocks, so starting from there, we're going to be adding just 1 light blue wool, so that's 1. And then you're going to be placing 2 blocks, or not 2, 5 blocks going up on the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then place 2 blocks going, I've got the number 2 stuck in my head. Just 1 block. Place 1 block going up on the right. That's 1. And now that we have this 1 block, now we get to place 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. Going across. So that's 1 and 2. And once we've done that, let's switch over to the cyan wool. And we're going to move over here to the left. On top of these 3 black concrete, so starting from there, we're going to be adding 2 cyan wools going up. So that's 1, 2. And then place 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. Once you've done that, switch over to the blue wool and add 1 blue wool on the left side of this cyan wool. So that's 1 blue wool. And now we're going to switch back over to the cyan wool. Let's head back up here to these 2 light blue wools. Across it, we're going to be placing 2 cyan wools. That's 1 and 2. Next, you're going to be switching back over to the cyan concrete, and on top of the right block of these 2, we're going to be adding 1 cyan concrete, so that's 1. And once you've done that, we're going to switch over to the snow block for just a second, and we're going to be filling in this empty space that's right here, just this spot right here, with the snow block. So let's fill this in with snow. And once we've done that, let's switch back over to the diamond block, and let's go to this yellow wool. On the left side of it, we're going to be adding 2 diamond blocks going to the left, so that's 1 and 2. Next, you're going to be placing 5 diamond blocks going down on the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now, starting from the middle block of these 5 diamonds, starting from the middle right here, on the right side, we're going to be adding 1 diamond block, so that's 1. And now let's head back down here, starting from the bottom block of these 5 diamond blocks, on the bottom on the right, so from here, just right there, we're going to be adding 1 diamond block, so that's 1. Switch over to the placement block, add 1 placement block on the right side of this diamond, so that's 1 placement. Switch back over to the diamond and place 1 diamond block on the right side of the placement, so that's 1. And now switch back over to the placement block, add 2 placements going to the right, so that's 1 and 2. Switch back over to the diamond, add 1 diamond to the right side of the placement, so that's 1. So it should look exactly like this. Let's go ahead and get rid of these placements now. And now we're going to move up here to the right a bit, going all the way to these 2 light blue wools that we have here. We're going to start up here, from up here, underneath this light blue wool. So starting from right there, With the diamond block, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going diagonal down to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3. Next, you're going to be placing 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. Or, not 2, 4 blocks. Did I say 2? 4 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left. So 2 diagonal up to the left, that's 1 and 2. So I'll fly back a bit so you can see that it should look exactly like this. So now we're going to switch over to the snow block. Now with the snow block, we're going to be filling in this, all the remaining empty spaces right here, just in your eyeball, just this area right here. Just this area, all of this gets filled in with the snow block. So let's fill this in with snow. There we go. I'll fly back a bit so you can see that it should look exactly like this. Now we're going to go ahead and put away all of these blocks because we are completely done and finished with the, well, not completely done with the blue color, but we're finished with the eye. Or all we're going to have to do now is switch over to the black concrete because we're going to do her eyelashes, or whatever this thing is. I think it's eyelashes. I don't know, makeup. This empty space right here, just above her eyebrow, or eye. Is it her eyebrow? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that little line is her eyebrow. This empty space right here is going to get filled in with the black concrete. So let's go ahead and just do this in real time. So switch over to the black concrete, fill in this space above her eye with the black concrete. And try not to hate me so much, because I don't know what this is called. This has to be her eyelashes, right? She has heavy eyelashes. Alright, so lots of eyelashes. There we go. So I'll fly back a bit so you can see that it should look exactly like this. And now, for the final thing that we're going to be doing is just filling in 2 large empty spaces. I know it doesn't look like it up there, but there's nothing that's blocking any space up here. So in other words, up here, this is just one single large area. You may think, oh, it's blocked up there. No, there's a little gap that goes down here. There's a little gap that goes down there, which technically makes it still part of this large area. It's like, oh, is that closed off? No, there's little tiny gaps there. Little tiny gaps there. Little tiny gaps there. So up here, her hair is just one single large area. And down here is her face. So we can put away the black concrete. The last blocks that we're going to be needing is the sand block for her face, the remainder part of her face, and the light blue concrete. So, this is going to be skipped, obviously. You can go ahead and pause and fill this in. So the bottom, all of this right here, her face, not that area. That's clearly not anything part of her. This is her hair, that's her face, shoulder, and all that. That's nothing. Don't be filling that in with sand. Same thing goes for over there. That's nothing. Don't fill any of that with sand. Just her face. Her face gets filled in with sand, and then you're going to switch over to the light blue concrete, and you're going to be filling in the remaining part of her hair, all of this, with the light blue concrete. So go ahead and do that now, and I will skip to me being done. And when you're done filling it in, it should look like this. Now, I do want to bring something to your attention, because this is 100% my fault. You're also going to be switching over to the cyan concrete, because apparently a good couple parts ago, I accidentally made you fill in the wrong area with the wrong block, or an area with the wrong block. So we're going to fly up here, and as you can see on my screen, well, it's on my screen now because I changed it while in between cuts, but on my screen you can see that this area right here is not light blue concrete like it is on your pixel art, but so go ahead, this area right here, it should be starting from here. I'll fly back so you can see where I am. So right there, the area in between the white wall and the cyan wall, it should not be light blue concrete. So this area right here should just be cyan concrete. So replace that light blue, not all of the hair, just this little area here, this small-ish, skinny-ish area here, in between the cyan wall and the white wall that follows the path up here on top of her head. Replace that cyan, or replace that light blue concrete with the cyan concrete. So, right here. So just replace that, and you're good. That's 100% my bad. I accidentally had you fill in this area between the white wall and the cyan wall with the light blue concrete. It should have been the cyan concrete. So once you've fixed that little tiny mistake and you filled in those areas, then Miku is finally finished. Thank you guys for being so patient. I know this has been a long journey, much longer than it needed to be, but we're finally here. We finally have Miku finished, and of course remember to stay tuned for Pawu. I think Pawu is going to be uploaded almost at this exact same time as this Miku pixel art is uploaded. So if you see this, then Pawu's probably already uploaded, and go ahead and check that out. So with all that being said, this is Miku, this is me, this is the finished pixel art of Miku, so make sure to stay tuned in for more Minecraft videos.